Good morning everyone from Gjirokaster. So, I will talk to you a little bit about Gjirokaster. Gjirokaster is famous for its castle, which you can just about see up there, and for its old town section, which is all these houses with like stone slate roofs, and I'm staying in the old section of town now. It's surrounded by mountains, as you can see, and as well as the old town section, there's also a new city section there, which you can see just in front of that mountain, which looks huge. I hope I don't have to cycle up there. So what I'm going to do today is take a walk around Gjirokaster, not this new bit. I think the old bit over here looks a little bit more interesting. Show you some buildings, see what the views are like from the castle. It's a bit of an overcast day, but I'm going to make the most of it anyway. And introduce you to one of the pearls of Albania. Speak to you in a bit. So I was staying in the old town section of Gjirokaster. It's typified by a lot of steep cobbled streets, and cars still actually go up and down these streets, so every now and again you just have to stand out the way and let a car go past. Some of it's quite narrow. I can only imagine what it's like during the winter months. The old houses, they're really sort of atmospheric, really good to look at. This is the bazaar section, which is just down beneath the castle. This is where you're going to find places to eat and shops. And there's the signpost pointing the way up to the castle on the steps. Obviously the castle's going to have commanding views because it was the strategic point, but scenic views as well. From 363 metres high the castle's positioned at, and this is the view out over Gjirokaster. When I visited, there was a power cut, so some of the inside of the castle I was walking around in the dark, which was quite good really, because obviously that's how people would have walked around back in the day. Or would there have been fires lit inside to light the place? Who knows? But the architecture is amazing. It's been in existence in some form or another since the 12th century, and it's been expanded upon over time. The last major renovations were in the 1800s. Again, there's another view. I don't know if you can just see the Albanian flag flying there. The Balkans region, they love flying flags. They love it. As you can see, it was also quite an atmospheric day when I visited. It kind of reminded me of Scotland, really. I mean, obviously most people are going to show you this in the sun, but I went there for one day, it was overcast, what can you do? This is probably the one of the more significant points of the castle. It's a clock tower that was built, and yeah, I think I like the way that there's bridges and arches, and there's something very sort of surreal about it almost. In a way, like I said, it reminded me of Scotland, but it also reminds me of Yorkshire in some fashion as well. Again, on a bright summer's day, no doubt it's a completely different feeling. I like these cobbled steps that went down. You can imagine that artillery pieces were brought up and down this path with horse and carts. And this did lead down to an artillery placement, which I think dated from the 1800s. They would be able to fire from all sides, and again, that's another view out over the valley below. And another view of the clock tower. Why not? I was there. Let's go for a clock tower frenzy. And that's me walking on the way out. Thanks very much for watching the video. If you liked it, thumbs up, and please do subscribe to the channel. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you on the next video.